Anselm weakly cowered while taking each blow. "Stop immediately, or else I'll call the police," I shouted at the thugs. They quickly ran away, leaving the poor boy lying helplessly on the ground. I rushed to him and brought him to the hospital. Anselm's wounds were quite bad. He broke his right leg and got bruises all over his body. After he was bandaged, I was about to report what I saw to the police and call Anselm's father to come pick him up, but Anselm firmly told me not to. Seeing my confused expression, he hesitantly explained everything. It turned out Anselm's father owed the gangsters a large sum of money. Because he didn't pay on time, they beat his son to give him a warning. Anselm was afraid that reporting to the police would make those gangsters hurt his father. Even though he was a horrible dad, Anselm still loved him a lot. I sighed and looked at my poor student. After that, I suggested that I would take Anselm to school every day. Since I promised him that I wouldn't call the police, it was the only way for me to protect my student. At first, Anselm was shy, but since there was no other way, he reluctantly agreed. Since that day, Anselm stopped being hostile towards me. He opened up and shared more with me. Thanks to that, I realized that this boy had many good qualities. But when I thought that things were getting better, something horrible happened. That day, while I was driving Anselm home, I spotted my husband being intimate with a woman and was walking with her into a hotel. I panicked because minutes ago he called me and said that he was in the middle of an important meeting. Turned out, because I couldn't give him a child, he cheated on me with someone else. It was probably the reason why he always made excuses to go outside. I was shocked and unable to bear it. I burst out crying like a baby on the steering wheel. Apparently, Anselm had noticed everything. He waited until I calmed down and called a taxi to take me home. As soon as I entered the house, I rushed to the wine cabinet. I tried to drink a lot to forget the bad things that just happened. Anselm worried and tried to stop me. With tears in my eyes, I confided to him about my bad marriage, about the things I had to endure to protect it. I loved my husband so much, but unexpectedly he was a cheater. Anselm suddenly hugged me and gave me a passionate kiss. While I was in a daze, not understanding what had just happened, he suddenly confessed his feelings. Anselm said that since the night I rescued him from the fight, he had developed special feelings for me. It was not the feelings between teachers and students, but the affection between men and women. For the first time in his life, Anselm experienced this feeling. His sweet words, combined with the alcohol I had in my body, made me dizzy. Anselm and I crossed our boundaries and slept with each other. After that day, I knew I made a huge mistake. I condemned my husband for cheating on me, and now I'm just the same. But Anselm thought the complete opposite way. At school, he actively approached me and constantly advised me to leave my husband to start a new relationship with him. But Lucas and I went through a lot together. Deep in my heart, I still hoped to save my marriage with him. So for the next several weeks, I avoided Anselm and even took a long break from teaching to avoid him. As for Lucas, I pretended not to know about his cheating and behaved like normal.